I used to dread mornings, stepping into a freezing shower only to be met with a pathetic, trickling stream of water that felt like someone spitting on my shoulder. It took forever to rinse off soap, and I bought 3 expensive shower heads that all turned out to be cheap plastic junk. Sound familiar? Finding a true rain shower head that balances pressure, coverage, and durability is an absolute nightmare. Today, I am saving you the hassle. I rigorously tested the top options on the market, and one of these completely transformed my mornings. Let's count them down. 7. SparkPod Shower Head. When I first unboxed the SparkPod shower head, I was admittedly drawn in by its sleek visual appeal and the promise of a high-pressure rainfall experience. On the surface, it looks like a premium fixture that would cost significantly more than it actually does. I installed it in my secondary bathroom to put it through a rigorous testing phase, and the initial installation process was incredibly straightforward. It took me less than 5 minutes to twist it onto the existing shower arm, and they generously included Teflon tape and a water restrictor in the box, which I always appreciate when testing plumbing fixtures. The coverage out of the box is decent, featuring 90 anti-clogging silicone jets spread across a relatively wide face. For the first few showers, the water dispersion felt relaxing, providing a gentle cascade that definitely mimics the feeling of standing in a warm summer rain. It handles hard water reasonably well, and whenever I noticed a slight disruption in the spray pattern, a quick wipe across the silicone nozzles with my thumb cleared the calcium buildup immediately. The swivel joint also allowed me to tilt the head easily to direct the flow exactly where I needed it. However, as I continued to use the SparkPod day after day, the illusion of premium quality began to fade rapidly. The entire housing is constructed from lightweight, chrome-plated ABS plastic, and when you actually handle it, it feels incredibly hollow and fragile. During my testing, I noticed that unless you completely remove the pre-installed water restrictor, the pressure is incredibly underwhelming, leaving you struggling to rinse thick shampoo out of your hair. 6. HOPOPRO 5-mode high-pressure shower head. Moving on to the HOPOPRO, I was intrigued by the idea of having multiple spray modes housed within a Rainfall-style design. Most true rain shower heads are single-function, so the versatility here seemed like a massive advantage on paper. I set this one up in my main shower, hoping to get the best of both worlds, a wide, relaxing downpour and the focused intensity of standard multi-setting head. The faceplate is packed with densely arranged nozzles, and the overall profile is pleasantly modern, fitting right into my contemporary bathroom aesthetic without looking overly bulky or out of place. The 5 distinct water modes are where this unit attempts to shine, and testing each one yielded varied results. The massage setting provides a surprisingly intense, pulsating stream that I found fantastic for working out tight shoulder muscles after a long day at the desk. The misting mode is also uniquely pleasant, creating a thick, steamy cloud of warm water that feels like a professional spa treatment, especially during colder mornings. Switching between these modes is done via a small click lever located on the side of the shower head face. Unfortunately, the real-world application of the shower head left a lot to be desired during my extended testing period. First and foremost, calling this a true rain shower head is a bit of stretch. The face diameter is significantly smaller than a traditional Raincan, meaning the water coverage is quite narrow, and it doesn't completely envelop your shoulders the way a genuine Rainfall fixture should. Additionally, the dial used to switch between the 5 modes is incredibly stiff and awkward to grip when your hands are covered in soap, making mid-shower adjustments a frustrating wrestling match. 5. BOZYBO Rain Shower Head with Handheld. Stepping up a tier in functionality, the BOZYBO dual system immediately caught my attention because it solves a massive problem with fixed rain shower heads: the total lack of mobility. I installed this combination unit hoping it would provide the luxurious overhead downpour I wanted, while still allowing me to rinse off hard-to-reach areas or easily wash down the shower walls. The system includes a large, square Rainfall head accompanied by a separate wand, connected by an integrated diverter valve. The all-black matte finish I tested gave my shower an instant, aggressive, and highly modern facelift that looked absolutely stunning against white tile. The overhead rain head on this unit is genuinely impressive, delivering a wide, drenching curtain of water that instantly made me forget the narrower options I had previously tested. The square design somehow feels like it provides more edge-to-edge coverage than circular models, completely soaking my shoulders without requiring me to shuffle around in the tub. But the standout feature for me was the handheld wand. It has a built-in power wash mode at the very top of the handle, which I discovered is an absolute game changer for blasting soap scum out of grout lines and rinsing down the tub after washing the dog. Operating the three-way diverter valve was a surprisingly smooth experience. Many dual systems have incredibly stiff knobs that feel like they might snap off, but this one toggled effortlessly between the overhead rain, the handheld wand, or running both simultaneously. Running both at the same time does slightly diminish the overall water pressure, which is to be expected on standard home plumbing, but it still provided a thoroughly soaking and enjoyable experience. 4. Delta Faucet 5 Spray H2 O-Kinetic Raincan. When I brought the Delta into my testing rotation, I was highly skeptical of the marketing jargon. Delta claims their H2 O-Kinetic technology sculpts the water into a unique wave pattern, making you feel like you're getting more water and more pressure than you actually are. I installed the sleek, stainless steel unit and turned on the valve, expecting a standard shower. Instead, I was met with one of the most uniquely enveloping water flows I have ever experienced in a home bathroom. It genuinely feels different than a standard spray. The droplets feel larger, heavier, and surprisingly warmer. Through my testing, I realized exactly why this technology matters. Traditional rain shower heads drop water straight down, which allows the ambient air in the bathroom to cool the droplets before they hit your skin. The H2 O-Kinetic wave pattern causes the water droplets to tumble and crash into each other, which somehow retains the heat of the water far better. I actually had to turn my shower dial slightly cooler than usual because this head was transferring heat to my body so efficiently. It creates a dense, heavy blanket of water that feels incredibly luxurious and deeply relaxing. Beyond the unique water pattern, this Delta unit offers 5 different spray settings, which is rare for a fixture of this specific shape and size. The full-body spray is heavily robust, but clicking over to the massaging jets provided a deep, thumping pressure that rivaled dedicated massage shower heads. The build quality here is a noticeable step up from the lower-ranked options. The stainless finish feels thick and premium, resisting fingerprints perfectly, and the internal components feel solidly engineered when you adjust the angle of the head. 3. Hansgrohe Raindance S 240. The moment you pull this heavy, beautifully crafted piece of metal out of the box, you realize you are dealing with professional-grade plumbing hardware. Measuring an impressive 240 millimeters across, this wide, circular disc of chrome commands attention. I mounted it on an extended shower arm to get it directly overhead, and the absolute silence of its operation was the first thing that struck me during testing. This shower head utilizes Hansgrohe's proprietary powder rain technology, and the experience is difficult to describe until you stand underneath it. Instead of a single stream of water coming from each nozzle, every single jet is broken down into multiple microdroplets. When you turn it on, it doesn't feel like a shower. It feels like stepping into a dense, warm, completely silent monsoon. Because the droplets are so small and lightweight, they don't bounce off your skin and splash aggressively around the tub. Instead, they gently envelop you, wrapping your entire body in a cocoon of warm water. The build quality is flawless. The quick clean silicone nozzles are deeply integrated into the heavy metal faceplate, and after weeks of testing, not a single drop of water sprayed out of alignment. The finish is astonishingly brilliant, reflecting light perfectly and elevating the entire aesthetic of the bathroom to feel like a 5-star hotel suite. The internal air injection system mixes air with the water, making the droplets feel incredibly plump and soft without sacrificing the rinsing power needed to get thick conditioner out of long hair. The Raindance S is undeniably an investment, but it is an investment in pure, unadulterated relaxation. 2. Hibbent cUPC certified 13-foot shower head. When I unboxed the Hibbent 13-inch shower head, I actually laughed out loud at the sheer, ridiculous size of it. This is not just a shower head. It is a massive architectural canopy of water. At a staggering 13 inches across, it dwarfs almost every other fixture on the market. I had to ensure my ceiling mount was securely fastened because the sheer weight and footprint of this absolute monster are substantial. Once installed, it completely dominated the ceiling space, and turning the water on resulted in an absolute deluge that covered every single inch of my shoulders and back simultaneously. Testing this behemoth was an absolute joy. Because the surface area is so massively wide, there is absolutely no need to spin around or step back and forth to rinse off. You simply stand dead center, and the ultra-thin design pushes water down in a perfectly straight, gravity-fed curtain. Despite its massive size, the water pressure remains surprisingly strong and consistent across all the silicone nozzles, thanks to an intelligently designed internal baffling system that distributes water evenly from the center out to the very edges. Safety and compliance are rarely exciting topics, but the cUPC certification on this unit gave me massive peace of mind. It means the fixture has been rigorously tested to meet strict plumbing codes in the US and Canada, ensuring it won't suddenly burst at the seams under high home water pressure. The 304 stainless steel construction is mirror polished and incredibly thin at the edges, giving it a razor-sharp, ultra-modern look that looks stunning when installed directly overhead. The silicone nozzles are slightly raised, making them incredibly easy to rub clean in a matter of seconds. 1. Moen S63 20 Velocity 2 Function. Taking the crown at the number 1 spot is the Moen Velocity. After testing dozens of shower heads, this unit stands entirely in a league of its own, completely solving the biggest inherent flaw of rain shower heads: terrible water pressure. Most wide-faced rain cans feel like standing under a weak watering can, but Moen engineered this fixture with their patented immersion technology. It utilizes a self-pressurizing internal spoke system that channels water forcefully through the nozzles, creating an incredibly heavy, powerful downpour that easily rivals the pressure of a small, concentrated shower head. What truly elevates the velocity to the top position is the brilliant two-function lever located on the side of the 8-inch face. With a simple, satisfying flick of the heavy metal lever, you can instantly transition from a wide, calming rain shower to a highly concentrated, intensely powerful rinse mode. This concentrated mode directs all the water pressure to the center nozzles, turning it into an absolute pressure washer that blasted through my thickest shampoo in seconds. It provides the luxurious coverage you want for relaxing and the aggressive pressure you need when you are in a rush. The construction quality of the Moen Velocity is exactly what you would expect from a legendary plumbing brand. It is built like an absolute tank, constructed from incredibly heavy, premium metals with a flawless brushed or chrome finish, depending on your choice. During my testing, the pivoting ball joint felt buttery smooth yet firm enough to hold its position perfectly, and the entire unit felt like it would easily survive decades of daily use. It doesn't rely on cheap plastic internal parts, and it operates with a level of mechanical precision that the cheaper alternatives simply cannot replicate. Ultra. That's all for today.